It has been said before on this channel that if any cop dares to step over the line of individual rights and enforce any gun law, I don't care what state you're in, if you're in America, you're supposed to be subject to the Second Amendment, which is the supreme law of the land, shall not be infringed. You are a money-sucking, welfare recipient, parasitic tyrant if you're a cop who disobeys your own constitution, and that's what we see right here.
Once again, have I broken a law?
Lay down on the ground.
Do you have a firearm out?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't know if you're
Get on the
intending
ground.
to shoot up a business.
Is he breaking the law? Get on the ground, man.
Have I broken a law?
Get on the ground.
Can you articulate a law I've broken?
Because I'm telling you to.
That's not a...
Get on the ground.
Okay, can you tell me why I need to get on the ground? Because just because you tell me to, you get on the ground.
Weapon.
So you have a weapon.
Get on the ground.
You're legally carrying a weapon. I'm legally carrying a
Are
weapon.
you here to hurt anybody?
No, I'm not.
Are you a terrorist?
I am not a
You
terrorist.
want to kill anybody?
Negative.
Get on the ground still.
So your idea is, I told you I'm not a terrorist. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm not committing a crime, but I still need to get on the ground.
Besides, how does it even make any sense? What terrorist would say, yes, I'm a terrorist?
That's your reasoning. How do I know you're not a terrorist?
Well, we actually can know for a fact that these people right here are at least acting like domestic terrorists. Oh, a little homework assignment for you. See if you can pick out those many good cops calling out and arresting the few bad apples. See if you can find just one.
Have I broken a law? Is the carry of a firearm illegal in the state of Texas?
Once again, almost done. Why you got an AR-15 out? Sir, get away from him.
Articulate the law I have broken and I will get down.
Okay. Are you here to hurt anybody?
Negative.
Do you have a gun as well?
Of course I do.
Okay. Get away then.
Now,
Articulate the law I have broken and I will get down.
what crime is being committed here? So you got an AR-15 in hand because a man is lawfully carrying. This guy over here.
You might want to walk away, sir.
Because he's lawfully carrying. How you doing? Oh, these cops are overreacting to a man lawfully carrying a firearm. We told you guys you were going to learn. Today's your education. Today's your education, Corporal. At some point, you're going to realize no crime is being committed.
These tyrant cops are always scared of their own shadows. Just look at them hiding. They know that the people that they're hiding from are law-abiding citizens who don't mean anybody any harm. They know that all Americans have the perfect right to keep and bear arms. They know that that right is not supposed to be infringed, and yet here they are being the very infringers they swore to protect us against.
In the state of Texas, only
This guy's got an AR-15 in his hand right now.
can the House and Senate pass any law that pertains to the penal code.
Here, I'm gonna.
Which means under 1-08, no subdivision of the law can pass any criminal law. Which means any law that you may have enacted in your city is unenforceable.
I love this. To add insult to injury, they're getting on the record the reading of the actual law that the cops are right now in the process of breaking. Love this.
46-02 does not make it illegal to carry a firearm, nor a loaded firearm. So, what you're doing right now is holding gunpoint to a U.S. Army veteran who deployed twice to Iraq, who has never committed a crime in his life, who is doing nothing illegal, and you have 3 officers holding me at gunpoint because I have not committed a crime.
No, this is almost park outside of San.
Are you starting to feel dumb yet?
Are you Renee? Are you the chief? Are you the chief? Me? No, this guy back here. Are you the chief?
Yeah, there's a man with a gun right there, and right there, and right
These cops are ridiculous.
there.
You're the only one threatening people, officer. You're the only one.
You already asked if I was going to be violent. I am not. I am not going to shoot anyone. I am not a terrorist.
Are you the police chief?
I am an American citizen. I will not get on the ground or disarm myself for not committing a crime.
Are you the police chief?
I am. Get on the ground.
No, we're
Negative.
not on the ground.
Get on the ground.
I have committed a crime.
I'm going to tell you one more time to get on the ground. I'm not going to tell you again. If you have a
For
license
what?
to
What
carry-
crime?
If
Look
you
at
have a
this.
license to carry a handgun,
This guy's obviously not scared, or he'd have his gun drawn.
He doesn't need a
You know,
license
under the
to
color
carry
of
a
law,
rifle.
if you harm me when not committing a
This guy's the police chief of almost police department.
crime, you can go to jail for up to 10 years.
What crime are we committing?
You're interfering with the duties.
Have I committed a crime?
You have no duty to disarm the law.
Have I committed a crime?
get him.
Because, you know, you can't ask me for a license unless I committed a crime.
Get on the ground.
Officer,
Get on the ground.
get your hands off him! Get your hands off him!
All right, that's video number 1. Here's video number 2 from a third-person perspective.
That man needs medical attention, Chief.
Almost Park Police Department. This happened a couple years ago, but this is still relevant and still in play today because cops are still playing these games with our rights.
We're not committing a crime. Are you the police chief?
I am. Get on the ground.
No, we're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
We're not getting on the ground.
One more time to get on the ground.
That right there is CJ Grisham.
If you have a license to carry, if you have a license to carry a handgun,
He doesn't need a license to carry a rifle.
Get back. Get away from him. You're interfering with the duties right now.
You have no duty to disarm the law.
You're interfering with his tyrannical duties, CJ, and other guy with the gun. You're interfering with his ability to trample on your rights. That's what you're doing. So when they talk about obstruction and interference, it's just you obstructing their red carpet to trample your rights. You're interfering with their tyrannical duties. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Tasing him from behind. This is a criminal attack against an innocent American on American soil. We're going to hear from CJ here in a second.
Chief, you and I spoke. You and I spoke on the phone, Chief. Ready for a lawsuit there, officer? Lawsuit.
Bunch of
Because you
cowards.
just smacked my head into the ground. And Chief, you know damn well, because you and I spoke on the phone. You and I spoke on the phone, Chief, so you're doing this.
Wow.
that man needs medical attention, Chief.
I'm Superman. He's mocking him the whole way. In case you're curious on what happened, this right here is CJ Grisham. He's the guy who's in the neon green shirt right here.
So I found out today, I got official news from my attorney that the bogus and what I would call fraudulent felony charge against me by Almost Park Police Department that they filed solely to try and justify their excessive use of force, at which time they tased me, has been dismissed. The felony has been dismissed due to, of course, lack of evidence, because you need evidence to prove that a crime existed, and you can't charge someone with a crime that never happened. And therefore, my felony charge of, quote, assaulting a peace officer causing bodily injury has been officially dismissed as of today. I mean, well, first of all, it means I get my license back so that I can carry with a government permission slip. But I think what it really means more importantly is it puts Almost Park on notice. Because if they're lying about this charge, which they did, then they're definitely lying about the still pending misdemeanor charges that they also invented.
And how many other charges are they lying on other people who this exact same thing happened to? How many times are they lying when they pull somebody over for a traffic violation? How many times a day do cops lie? How many reports have they lied on? How many people are now sitting in jail because of their lies?
This entire event was manufactured and orchestrated by the Olmos Park Police Department Chief, Rene Valenciano. Rene Valenciano is one of the most corrupt police chiefs I've ever dealt with here in Texas. He runs one of the most corrupt police departments I've ever dealt with here in Texas. And I want to tell you something. In Olmos Park Police Department, in my mind, there is no such thing as a good cop. And the reason I say that is because Chief Valenciano, Vieras, Ruiz, and none of these other officers who assaulted law-abiding citizens who were doing nothing more than peacefully and lawfully and constitutionally exercising their right to keep and bear arms have not yet been arrested by one of the, quote, good guys in Olmos Park Police Department. Therefore, it's without saying that nobody in the Olmos Park Police Department is a good cop.
And that is how it goes in law enforcement agencies and departments and sheriff's departments all across this land. If you're going to call yourself a good cop, then where's your record of outing and arresting and caging all the bad cops? Because you know they're out there. Where have you intervened in between a member of the public and a cop who's lying on a report, or initiating an unconstitutional traffic stop, or doing something like this where you see they just completely wailed on two guys, tased one of them to where he seizes up and drops down and hits his head on the concrete? Where are the good cops? Nowhere to be found. I can only surmise from that, from the evidence that there are no good cops, that there are no good cops.
Otherwise, they would have already put these guys under arrest, not only for abuse of authority, excessive force, violations of constitutional rights, oppression, abuse of authority under color of law, but also for creating fraudulent documents now, because in creating their information and their complaint to justify charging me with second-degree felony assault of a police officer, they had to manufacture and fraudulently craft a public government document in order to do something, in order to do so. So I now call on the Olmos Park Police Department, someone, if there's a good cop there, arrest Chief Corporal Rene Valenciano, Hector Ruiz, Corporal or Sergeant Vieras, I can't remember, he might have just been a foot soldier, and the other officers that have been involved in arresting me, Jim Everard, Jack Miller, Joanne Ferguson, all the people that Olmos Park Police Department has been falsely arresting and creating false charges on.
Not just arresting, but terrorizing. These people are going to jail. They're sitting in a cage, in a rape cage. That could happen to you. That could happen to somebody that you love. And do you think that any of these cops got arrested? Do you think any of them lost their jobs? Do you think any one of them had their pensions or their retirement liquidated? No. Nope. Because we live in a land of injustice. Now, this happened 6 years ago. And the reason I'm bringing it to you right now is because it's still happening. Nothing has changed. Cops are still scared. They're still cowardly, and they're still tyrants. The question is, what do we do about it? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. Also, subscribe to my brand new channel called The Disturbing Illusion, where we expose the left versus right paradigm lie, because there's some bad stuff going on in the political sphere. And when they make laws in the political sphere, guess who follows those laws? The tyrannical order followers called American police. I will see you in the next video.